Man, what's good, YT, man? It's your boy said back on the reaction channel. I've been gone for a little over a week, man. Went on a little week cruise. And oh shoot, 2 weeks to be honest. Went on a week cruise and just did work. And I've been working on that video I dropped from the cruise and all the clips. Cause this channel, you know, takes a lot of storage as well. But we back and we are reacting to where are the 2016 XXL freshmen now. Me personally, SoundCloud era, like low key one of the, arguably the greatest era for real, of Gen Z. And shoot, 2016, Lil Uzi still popping. He Lil Fruity Bird now though. Still like a goat in my eyes, even though he be tripping, wigging, he be wigging. 21 doing this thing, of course, with Drake, whatever. He still popping. Kodak, he not on the scene for real, but Super Gremlin was just popping like 2 years ago, can't lie. So he ain't just completely fell off. He been popping for 10 years for real. Who else was in there? Oh, Yachty, he just went on a crazy run last year. Yachty running shit up. Curry, I'm not on that scene, so he would be the one I'd say fell off, can't lie. Then the other nigga designer, we been knew what happened to him, Lil D. Well, you know, we don't really care. But let's get to it. Oh.
While some of the rappers from the legendary 2016 XXL
Oh, G Herbo still pop. I forgot he was in there.
have experienced major fall-offs, drifted into mental breakdowns, even found
Well, he's still doing
themselves
his
at the
little
center of
lane.
a
You
major
feel me?
fraud operation. However, you can argue that no one's career has flourished quite like 21 Savage, and he's even on record saying this himself.
That freshman company, nobody.
So you can beat Lil Uzi?
Hell yeah.
While his freestyle on the cypher was somewhat laughable,
Nigga, he had the most lit one. What you talking about? No, yeah, I got my car washed up. Pull up, what up? Walked up. What up? Oh yeah, breed truck. He the reason that joint was so lit, but the vibes, the lyric wasn't what we were focusing on. Was the vibes.
Too many ways to make it out inside rap and basketball. And where I'm from, ain't too many people made it out. Only other artist that's made it out was like B.O.B.
initially seen as one of the poster boys
B.O.B.
for the local rap movement,
Spiritual
21
type
has
thing
long
guy
since
right there.
shed the skin of people who thought that he was just another mindless MC who would gradually fade into irrelevancy.
Keep doing what I do so they can keep talking shit.
I did too, kind of. Just a street nigga that was popping that time, and didn't think he would still be
Following his
popping.
debut solo album Issa, 21 started to really
Hey, that boy sold his soul. That boy did some rituals. She got a whole album with Drake. You know he on the scene. You know he did some jump. You see the boy from Britain. You never know the boy came over here as an industry plant.
Up until that point, no one even knew he was British. Luckily, hip-hop had his back, even when the memes were everywhere, and it was none other than Jay-Z
Sir
who
Cartier.
helped him regain his
Savage.
freedom.
I called B while I was in jail and told me like Bryce just got locked up. He called Jay-Z and Jay-Z put a lawyer on my case. He played a role in getting me out of it.
Since coming back to the game, 21 has kept
Sir
growing
21, the
strength.
Savage.
From Savage Mode 2 with Metro Boomin to her loss with Drake, 21 was killing every collaborative project as well as each feature he got on.
Collab
He was
ass
so
artist.
prominent in that time that he managed to be the 5th most streamed artist in 2023
I'm trolling.
without even
21
dropping a
cool
solo
though.
project.
He scammed Aiden a few months ago
He had
on
every
live.
reason to be
Kind of
feeling
crazy.
himself and infamously claimed that he was at the top of his XXL freshman class.
The
In
mark
2024,
cards.
He kept his run strong with the eventual release of his third album, American Dream, his fourth album to hit #1, selling 133,000 units and outselling I Am Greater Than I Was. And by spending 3 weeks at #1, it actually outperformed his friend Drake's For All the Dogs album, which only held that position for 2. Although stats like that would make it hard to argue that he's excelling beyond what everyone else is doing, one man who refused to accept that
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, based off all that, you could say that. But then again, Uzi did sell 300 first week on Eternal Take, but that's because of the weight and height built, I guess. Kodak that guy though. I go to Florida. I live in Florida too. What you mean? I go to school in Florida sometimes. Used to. Kodak lit now. Don't he go to Florida? Stop playing. He's that guy if you go to Florida. Not gonna lie.
Over the years, he's dropped plenty of projects to varying degrees of acclaim and commercial sales. But
He's the GOAT of Florida. So y'all can't discredit him. Not gonna lie. He doesn't dick ride. Niggas like riding 21. Like 21 got songs with
Kodak has been
Metro
pointed out
and
the prison system is
Drake and
full-fledged
all
now.
them. Niggas know 21 straight out the muscle with it.
Kodak Black, please don't make me have to give you donkey of the day again, man. You get another chance to get your life together and get your career on track. Please make the most of it.
Hit for
Although
hit,
his
I ain't
solo
gonna lie.
career
Kodak
was
might
left
beat
on
him. No
several
cap.
times
Super
due to
Gremlin and
Yak's last album, When I Was
Skrilla
Mad,
and
majorly underperformed with just 18,000
Flocking. No
hits.
Flocking.
As for major cultural hits, he hasn't had much in the way of a smash since Super Gremlin, which was admittedly huge thanks to TikTok. But since then, everything he's done has basically came and went.
I wouldn't necessarily call him trash. It's just replay value for me very small.
Even collaborating with Kendrick Lamar on Silent Hill from Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers wasn't really enough. Despite everything that pointed to 21 flourishing more than him in this era, Kodak still acted like Savage, saying he was the best in the class was the most absurd thing he had ever heard.
I admire your confidence, though. That's how you should feel it. I'm always put myself first.
Facts. I mean, dude, Kodak's never been like an album guy. He's a big hits guy. What are you talking about? Don't meat ride 21 Savage, dude.
Although he had words for 21, he has always
Get Kodak on the stream right now. That junk gonna blow up too. Chill out. That wasn't.
My freshman class,
Go Kodak. Go Kodak. Go Kodak. But chill out, bro. Chill out.
At the moment, what Kodak really seems to be struggling with is substance abuse issues, which was extremely clear in his recent appearance on Drink Champs, where he was incoherent for most of it.
Kodak Black look like on Drink Champs. The internet try to overcomplicate sometimes. Kodak Black look like.
Oh, he definitely on drugs though. Now I ain't gonna lie with that.
He's also been caught falling asleep on IG Live, leaving fans concerned about him. At the minute, Kodak looks like he's in the midst of a real battle, but still has enough love from the hip-hop community that he could come back to the top. But it's possible to say that isn't the case for everyone else in his freshman class. As in the case of Dave East, it looks like
Who
he
though?
might have fallen a little
Oh, he
too far
died.
from his dream to ever come back.
I don't even know
In
who
the
Jit
year
is.
2016, Dave East was hyped to be the next big artist. A very talented New York MC who looked intent on bringing the East Coast back, Dave East's career got off to a flying
Fool,
start.
like I dead serious don't know who this guy is. Like, who? What did he do? Where is he from?
Freshman cover drop, Dave was blowing up.
How many humiliation rituals has he done? Has Diddy touched him?
When it comes to art, you lions still looking for the whiz. When it comes to art, I will.
Streaks of mixtapes like Kyrie Chanel and Paranoia, as well as his debut album Survival in 2019, where he landed just outside the top 10. But as soon as he reached that point, he started slipping a little. First off, he prematurely made himself seem like an old head and got himself clowned over his criticism for Lil Nas X's breakout single Old Town Road.
Old Town Road is fucking whack. I don't know what the fuck.
Low key, it was whack. I mean, everybody was singing it because it was a country song and junk.
It's whack.
But it was pretty whack. And then with the real meaning behind that song was crazy because he didn't come out like, you know, gay or whatever. He came out like he's a regular guy just doing music. That's why people say he an industry plant, bro. The industry be placing these niggas in there to do certain stuff.
Negative effect on his career at large and alienated some of his fans.
I said I did not like Old Town Road. One day I felt the way I said I don't like this record. You know the entire community ran down on me.
It was trash, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Is whenever that record came out, it been going on. So it's like you can't have an opinion on no more.
By the sounds of it, Dave wants to blame his own failings on pretty much anyone but himself. As for his rap career, Dave hasn't charted since Karma 3, and his recent project, Fortune Favors the Bold, even had his hardcore fans wondering why he's still aiming for commercial
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
just not working. Now appearing as Method Man and Wu-Tang.
I literally would skip this nigga shit, but
There's a case to be made that he has more potential.
you know, he might have some fans that watch this shit. He might feel some sort of way or whatever. Maybe. So, I'm gonna let bro keep yapping about him. Lil Dicky!
Bourbon, Pennsylvania.
Hey,
Lil Dicky was a hard
he
sell
was
for
lit
a lot
at
of
one
people
point for
like
sure.
rap,
When I was like coming up
particularly with
like
his comedic style.
2017.
However, he sees his time in the double
16.
freshman class as pivotal in being taken seriously as an MC. After having a major smash hit with Freaky Friday,
That
featuring
junk
Chris Brown,
fire.
Lil Dicky largely stepped away from rap to focus on the creation of his FX show, Dave. A series that is loosely based on his own life in the rap game, it became a major hit, and is arguably what he is best known for now. And even though it seemed like he had never been taken seriously, he has achieved more than people probably thought he could.
Honestly, I don't know what I don't even know what be popping with him.
Trying to become a rapper,
No
and
more.
the first day I put it out, it really went super viral day one. And like I feel like every kind of, unfortunately for me, every time I've like had the moment where it's like the morning of like releasing this big thing that I've worked, whether it's like my first music, Freaky Friday,
show is highly regarded, it's fair to say that in music circles, he isn't exactly beloved. And when he finally returned to music,
Bro, he has a TV show that's popping. Like, I knew he had a show or something he was doing, but I ain't know popping. I don't hear nothing about it.
The album was absolutely horrible. Given the feared not good rating by Fantano, it looks like there isn't much demand for whatever Dave Bird has coming.
I ain't heard shit from his music since like
But the
2018.
same
Can't lie.
definitely can't be said for Denzel Curry. Denzel was the first person to go in on what's now considered the most legendary XXL freshman cipher, with rappers like
I am the one. That's all I know him for. Can't lie. And like the painted face, that.
of mumble rappers.
Couple of pitches that's ready to shoot. Shit, ducking and bucking the dungeon, then dropping with 48 ounces and cigarette butts. Fucking around with the up echelon, never tell you the cues, and I hope you be gone.
Rhyming since he was 16 years old, Denzel had to suffer through a few failed attempts at becoming a freshman before he finally made it.
When I found out like I was chosen for it, I was just like, oh shit. Cause I remember 2 years prior, I was trying to get on the XXL, and the first 2 years was like, and like last year, I almost thought I had it because I had Ultimate. Ultimate just came out at that time, and then we did the video for it, and we did a pitch, and we almost had it. Didn't have it. And this year, I just got it.
A Florida MC who has thrived for years now, the biggest issue Denzel has faced across his entire discography is that he's constantly being labeled underrated. So while other members of his class became superstars, he stayed just a few rungs above the underground. Eventually, this started to get to him, and he would go on rants on Twitter, stating how the only rapper better than him was Kendrick Lamar, which received heavy backlash from his audience. Ironically, it was an encounter with Kendrick's enemy, Drake, that compelled him to keep going. Since then, Denzel has consistently released one critically acclaimed body of work after another, with 2022's Melt My Eyes, See Your Future being his most successful record to date. Still, Denzel has vented his frustrations about not getting the level of fame that he feels he deserves, earning a mixed response from his fan base, who feel that the shadow of the XXL freshman class is still hovering over him. While Zell craves a higher level of publicity, one of his fellow freshmen seems to actively want to run away from it, and that's Lil Uzi Vert. Since before he even graced the cover of the XXL freshman class issue, this Philadelphia MC had one of the strongest followings of any young artist. Equal parts rapper and self-proclaimed rock star, he was already killing the game by the time he dropped Lil Uzi Vert vs. the World in 2016, and after he featured on Migos' Bad and Bougie, he officially reached megastar status. From EXO tour life to collaborating with Cardi on Woke Up Like This, there was a period where it felt like everything Uzi touched turned to gold. But for a while, he went on a self-imposed hiatus, fueled by his issues with his DJ drama and Don Cannon-led label Generation Now. First teased in March of 2018, his project Eternal Take it got leaked, so I had to redo it. It didn't reach its full potential. I just knew it wasn't the sound I was going for. Let's just say Eternal Take for another artist would have been really good, because it was super dumbed down to where everyone could enjoy it, but that's not my artistry. In another interview with Fat Joe, he continued to discuss what he felt were the shortcomings of the project, and how the pressures of his fanbase actually made it nearly impossible to live up to what they expected.
Just the press of time and everything, and come on Uzi, you need to drop. I didn't want it to go on to 3 years, so I dropped this album, and the music is tolerable. It's not, oh my god, this is the music is definitely there. It's good production, but honestly, from Little Uzi Vert, we expected the star, moon, spaceships, and the high above. We expect everything from him.
No, because you did that pink tape and that joke's mid.
Pink diamond in the middle of my head, yo. Everything is supposed to be going fucking down.
When the pink tape dropped after another major layoff, Uzi said similar things, and now it looks like he might be done with hip-hop entirely after his next project.
Love is Race 3 will be my last album. After Love is Race 3, I guess I will go on another tour for Love is Race 3. But after that, I want to try to live a normal life.
At just 29 years old, it looks like Uzi might be ready to bow out on his own terms. While for G Herbo, it looks like he'll have no choice but to keep rapping to pay off all of the debt he found himself in. After making his name in Chicago, this drill pioneer had a huge underground buzz when he appeared on the cover, and was well aware of the fact that the XXL cosign could be a gift and a curse.
It's like, alright, you got the world on you looking at you now, what you gonna do with it? So it can be pressure if you use it to just go to the next level. A lot of people will look at you like he ain't do shit else after that. He was on the cover and They put him on XXL cover and he blew up after that.
Both before and after the cover, Herbo stayed steadily on his grind, dropping his debut album Humble Beast in 2017, before projects like PTSD in 25 just kept getting increasingly high exposure in chart positions. Along the way, he featured on tracks for everyone from the late great Juice WRLD and Young Dolph to Gunna, Roddy Ricch, Polo G, and many more. But even while he was making it in the rap game, there were allegations that he was running a major fraud ring. In 2021, G Herbo, alongside his manager and other hip-hop figures like producer Southside, were accused of being responsible for nearly $140,000 in victim losses that he used to fund his lavish lifestyle.
Prosecutors accused him of using stolen identities to fund private jet trips, a vacation at a Jamaican villa, a personal chef, and the purchase of 2 designer puppies, and then lying about it all in federal agents. Herbert Wright III is also facing misdemeanor charges in Chicago. 2 weeks ago, CPD officers found 4 guns and roughly $1,500 worth of marijuana in a car that he was riding.
In 2023, he pleaded guilty to 1 count of conspiracy to commit wire fraud and 1 count of making a false statement to a federal official. As a result, he received 3 years of probation and a fine of $140,000. But unfortunately for G Herbo, this wasn't the only reason his finances are in shambles, as he claims that he has been swindled by his own label Machine, which is owned by his manager, Joseph J.B. Baldwin, someone who he once considered as a father figure, which he discussed at length during a 13-minute rant on a live stream. At the moment, G Herbo seems hell-bent on taking this as far as he can and is now countersuing his former manager, spending nearly $1 million to leave the label. But while Herbo is struggling to keep his head above water, one of the other freshmen who's gone from strength to strength is Anderson .Paak. When the initial ciphers came out, the multi-talented Anderson didn't put his best foot forward. His verse on the cipher has basically become a meme for how bad it was.
I hopped off the stage and got right on the plane. I know it's a tip, but I'm bringing out Dre, I'm bringing out K, I'm bringing out Tip. I'm looking 3 stacks in the face, I'm with the Free Nationals, what more can I say?
You not looking 3 stacks in the face rapping like this, my guy. Boy, I'm finna kill all y'all niggas, bro.
And since then, even Pac himself has admitted that he fumbled it.
That XXL freestyle was kinda ass, so I couldn't hit the leakers without spitting straight gas.
Thankfully, Designer was also in the cipher, and he stole the show when it came to jokes.
I be right down in the club in the Dutchtown, ain't like a smooth. Hey,
Sound like mush.
Hey guys,
young boys hanging on the roof.
However, you can say that the cipher never really affected him, as after releasing Malibu in 2016, Anderson .Paak has continually released phenomenal albums under the guidance of Dr. Dre and the Aftermath label. Since then, he's gone on to the highest heights of his career in terms of fame when he linked up with Bruno Mars to form Silk Sonic. Since then, he's gone on to win Grammys, serve as Eminem's drummer at the Super Bowl, and even collaborated with Korean pop icons BTS. Although he's not dropped an album in a little while, no one's having more fun than Anderson .Paak at the minute. But if anyone could rival him in terms of enjoying their career, it's Lil Yachty. Since winning the 10th spot in the 2016 XXL freshman class, Lobo's career has been up and down. When his buzz was at its height, he was seen as everything wrong in modern hip-hop by some old heads, specifically Joe Budden.
I want you to be aware of your business. I want you to know whether you're in a 360 or not. I want you to appreciate the culture that changed your life and took you from college dorm rooms eating oodles and noodles. I want you who's well-spoken and articulates himself well.
My nigga.
Since then, Lil Boat's journey has been up and down, with his records gradually getting more irrelevant up until he started to switch things up. At a certain point, what Yachty was doing just didn't resonate with his fans anymore. But then, a track by the name of Poland, which he never even intended to release, completely overturned his fortunes at a time.
Poland popped my boy back off, man. Can't lie, that shit crazy.
When he wanted to pivot into another direction.
That was irritating. I was pissed. Because I made Poland while making this album on a day when they were like mixing in the other room and I was just bored with the homies. I would have never dropped Poland, ever, because I was trying to pivot myself into this. I was really irritated when it dropped, but I'm so grateful it did. Like I said, I really don't know what I do next. I don't know if I'm going to do this again or do more rap. I'll figure it out.
After the viral success of Poland, Yachty embarked on the new direction he was imagining with his latest album, Let's Start Here, which delved into the world of psychedelic rock. At the same time, he's become one of Drake's closest collaborators and trusted advisors. So all in all, it's safe to say that Yachty is up right now. But the same cannot be said for Designer. And if you guys want to figure out what happened to him, I discussed it at length in the video on the screen.
Don't care about Designer, bro. decent vid. Pretty much knew all that. Everybody in 2016 still popping for real. Of the big cipher, they got like 200 mil on YouTube. Them. Even though you haven't had a banger in 2 years, that don't mean you fell off, bro. The internet just moves so fast, I feel like, bro. People need to slow down, bro. Super Gremlin was great. That jump was on the NFL, like, TV type-ish for so long. Lil Yachty just popped back off since nigga went to college. So last year was slide, shoulder, step the on that in concrete. So and then Caribou and all them and Geo and all them, you know what I'm saying? They lit over there. 21 doing his glaze and messing with mulatto or whatever he doing. And who else in that? Uzi, bruh, that's my GOAT. But it's like he just so fruity. He a little fruity vert now, bruh. And Pink Tay did like 160 something K first week. So I mean, people thought it was gonna do maybe like 200. I mean, that's still more than everybody else. For real, he the GOAT. No cap. It's because he wasn't on his throwback Love is Rage 3. I mean, yeah, that type of ish. Or he wasn't on that Eternal Take ish. Pink Take was different. Some different alternative and you know what I'm saying? And I just personally feel like it was good. She like little throat. She like ice spiced. They got me laugh, bro. Oh, buddy. Oh, brother.